this is actually my speech. It's always going to be however many students we have or less. My thoughts for tonight are how to navigate the significant change of routine that is going to occur for not just the graduates, but also for their families. Even though this is a super exciting time for a change, there will be a feeling of loss and what has been so special as you move forward to the next amazing adventure. My last bit of advice is to take a moment, maybe once a week initially, to reach out to those that have been a big part of your life story so far. They are your biggest champions and love to get updates. As you are spreading your wings and living life to the fullest, they are patiently waiting for a letter, email, text, or phone call. Think about how much of a difference it would make for you to hear from someone that you have been patiently waiting to hear from. These are the small gifts that we give others that come back to us much greater than we could have ever imagined. And now, most importantly, let's hear from some of our amazing students. First up, we have our student body presidents, Patrick Howard and David Howard and David Wang.
Hello everybody. Graduates, we've reached the final moments of our high school careers. Our final assemblies, our final finals, our final conversations, and our final memories have come to pass. We've sometimes strutted, sometimes stumbled, and sometimes just strolled through these 4 years. And this moment is the climax, where we hope to receive all this recognition of this accomplishment from our friends, our family, and our teachers. Yet this moment fails to reach the heights and the depths of the past 4 years. Sure, we get the movie scene finale, a picture of us walking across the stage, our diploma in hand, a handshake from the key. But does this ending, does this instant encapsulate the full effort, the complete work, and the total achievement of it all? There's a quote written by the late President John F. Kennedy in his book that reads, "The courage of life is often a less dramatic spectacle than the courage of a final moment. But it is no less a magnificent mixture of triumph and tragedy. A person does what they must, in spite of personal consequences, in spite of obstacles and dangers and pressures. And that is the basis of all morality." He means that yes, this occasion is awesome. It is a well-deserved celebration of the past 4 years of hard work. But it also marks the end of whatever these 4 years have been for you. So it has this wonderful swirl of relief and regret, or excitement and anxiety, or joy and sadness. And it's really difficult. But what JFK shares is that these funky juxtapositions of endings, these happen in our regular daily lives. We live in moments of, albeit less dramatic and imposing significance, but that have that same mixture of emotion. It could have been a school day that included a pleasant conversation with a teacher, a nice lunch, or a good class period. But those days can also include gut-punching feelings of failure, struggle, or pain. These conflicting emotions occur everywhere and regularly in our lives. And we deal with it. That's the most important piece. We come to these moments of hurt where we cannot understand what we feel, and then we deal with it. We keep going, pushing on through the fog of emotion or reaction. That is what makes us human, what makes us such strong humans. That internal drive, that internal courage, that internal resilience to do what we must, in spite of personal consequences, in spite of obstacles and dangers and pressures. And that, as Kennedy says, is what creates our morality. So as you soak in the spotlight of this climactic close to our Crescent Valley years, and all the feelings that come with that, don't forget to carry with you all the other moments of remarkable courage, human courage and resilience that you've gone through. The times that your courage of life has shined through. Then take solace in the fact that you can and you will do that again and again and again on whatever path you embark on in the future. Thank you all so much. Congratulations, graduates. Go Wings!
Good evening, staff, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. Some of you were there when I got up at the school assembly to announce the prom theme. I walked up to the 007 banner, looked out at every single one of you, and completely fell apart. I stuttered, I stumbled, I think I even said the theme was Gotham City. I think it still should have been Gotham City, by the way. And that was my challenge, public speaking. And for a long time, I let it convince me that I wasn't able to do anything. I was absolutely terrified of public speaking. And yet, here I am. Which either makes tonight a great personal victory or a really questionable decision by Mr. McKee. Probably both. But here's the thing I've learned about challenges. They feel permanent when you're inside them. They feel like proof that you do not belong. That everyone else has it figured out and somehow you haven't. But they're not permanent. They're just a part of the story that makes the ending truly mean something. I am confident that all of us have overcome a challenge to get to this moment. Maybe you balanced a job, or even two with school. Maybe you sat in class feeling like an imposter, where you felt like everybody else had it figured out, but you didn't. Maybe you fought through something no one even knew about, showing up every day anyways, because giving up wasn't an option. Whatever it was, you overcame it. That diploma you're about to receive isn't just a piece of paper, it's proof. And we didn't do it alone. None of us did. The teachers who stayed late, the staff member who checked in when you were struggling, the friend who showed up when you needed it the most. This community didn't just support us, it taught us how to overcome. It showed us what it looks like when people chose to show up for each other. And that's the lesson we're taking into the future. If you were to remember one thing tonight, other than me complaining that the prom theme wasn't Gotham City, it would be this: the challenges aren't over. The world ahead will test us in ways we can't predict. But we've already proven something about ourselves. We don't quit. We lean on each other, and we come out the other side. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. Congratulations, class of 2026. I love you all so much, and I'm so happy to overcome these challenges with you.
Student speaker is Jameson Does.
Hey there, everybody. I'd just like to appreciate real quick everyone being here. I think it's incredible. It's an incredible privilege to have this many people here that truly care about each other. And I'm going to bring forward, you guys, a personal account here about individuality. Okay. And what I learned is that it only takes so many times showing up to school with a fully grown out beard, wearing a Santa costume, to realize what other people think about you doesn't even matter. You know, we often live so much in fear of what other people think, and I think our past is a prime example. As kids, we were often asked what we'd like to be when we grow up. We often dreamt big. We said things like astronauts, movie star, NFL player, or maybe something like a YouTuber. But somewhere along the way, that dream was lost for a vast majority of us here. And that's because as humans, we simply care too much about what other people think about our own lives. And I'll say that one more time for you guys. Because we simply care too much about how other people think about our own lives. And I found looking back that there were so many decisions I had made just because of how other people would perceive my life. It came to a point where I'd become so exhausted with who I was and the life I was trying to live and how much I limited myself just to seem kind of nonchalant and mysterious. And one night around spring of my sophomore year, it really did hit me. I realized that I'd been living my life on kind of autopilot. It seemed I had made a single decision that was even my own in months. And I started to live the way I wanted to live. I took it one step at a time, and I found with that, I didn't care what people would say. Hey, you dress like a grandpa. First off, why would I take fashion advice from someone that wears sweatpants every day? And second off, it's just not normal. And I think it's time for a lot of us here to stop worrying about what is normal and just live our lives. I'm not sure if it's hit any of you guys here today, but this is probably the last time we'll even see the inside of this school. Wasn't me. Where was I? And everything that happened in there does not have to matter after today. So just why not start new from today and begin to create a life that you truly want to work towards? And time waits for absolutely nobody. All of us here are the youngest we will ever be, and I believe that is an incredible gift. Because even while this graduation may be an end for 13 years of education, it is the beginning of the rest of our lives. I encourage you to take that gift and go live your life. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Jameson. Next up, we have our senior class presidents, Sydney Villaretti, Sydney Villaretti. Did I get that right finally? And Penelope Salderna Banson.
Hi everyone. I know everyone said it, but thank you so much for coming out to celebrate the class of 2026. I'm Sydney and I'm honored to be one of your speakers tonight. I've learned that people rarely remember every single achievement, accomplishment, and deed you did. What we do often remember is how someone treated us, how they showed up for you and checked on you, not the grand gestures, but the consistency. That's what stays. I'm here because you guys gave me the opportunity to be your class president, and in doing so, I've gained something truly horrifying: the obligation to speak in front of you all. I'm just kidding, no. But when I started thinking about what I wanted to say tonight, I kept coming back to the one thing that ties all of us together: community. So I've been asking people what a community is and what it means to them. Some say it's a place, some say it's their people. But what everyone had agreed on is that it's a feeling. Being trusted, understood, cared for, and included. It's a group that wants what's best for you and supports you through it, no matter how different your lives may be. I know that firsthand. When I moved here sophomore year, I had no idea what it meant to be a part of Crescent Valley's community. I didn't go to many sports games, and I only watched as others participated in assemblies. That was until I joined leadership the second semester of my junior year, where I truly saw something that I wanted to be a part of. I watched as fellow students pour hours into planning an event, not for themselves, but for their community. This year, I've loved getting the chance to contribute to both the senior class and community that CV has created. And as we've grown into senior year, people have always said you'll feel united as you complete lasts together and move on to firsts. We've been walking the same halls, understanding the same routines, the same expectations, listening to the same music, and at the same time, we may never have known the name of the kid sitting next to us, or never even had a conversation with a classmate. Some have made connecting look easy, and others are just trying to make it to next week. But despite these differences, we are all sitting here today. We have all reached this milestone, whether you're graduating with honors or simply honored to be graduating. None of us got here without someone at some point making us feel like we belonged. That's the thing I love about community. It's reaching out first, it's asking how was your day, it's the inside jokes that never get tired. It's showing up even when it's inconvenient, even when you don't have
Hello?
Thanks, community. Is it working? Okay. Thanks, community. So, that's the thing about community. It doesn't require years of work or a perfect friendship. It just requires intention. So as you walk out of here, go be someone's community. Don't wait for them to ask. That moment may never come. Make an expectation for yourself. Put yourself out there. Talk. You never know what someone is going through in that moment, and sometimes the smallest thing is the one that stays with them forever. Do that, and you won't just find your place in the world. You'll be someone's people. You'll find your people. That's all.
Hello, class of 2026. I'll try to make this short and sweet and not too cliche, but that is very impossible to do, so we're just going to go for it. I'm Penelope, and most of you know me. That is what I want to start with. Most of you know me, and I know most of you, even though 4 years ago I came here from Waldorf, knowing just about 7 other people. Even though at the time I spent most of my time in a theater, and even though now I spend most of my time playing Frisbee, which isn't really the most well-known or savvy sport. Despite that, despite those things, we know each other. I also know that these things, the Waldorf, the theater, and the Frisbee, contributed greatly in creating this person standing before you today. I value my background, my education, and my passions, because no matter how off the beaten path they may have been, it got me here. It set me up for a future I'm excited about, and one I know I can thrive in. It made me this person that has fostered connections with nearly all of you. What I'm trying to say here is that yes, our time at CV is coming to a close. Soon, our high school years will be in the past. Our friends made, sports played, and classes taken will be part of our background. But these years still shaped us, just like how elementary and middle school years shaped us before. Everything we think and do is a product of what we have learned and experienced. Each of us sitting here has had a unique experience at CV. For some of you, it was awesome, and for some of you, not so much. But that is okay. You cannot relive the best memories, and you cannot erase the painful ones. You can only learn and grow and carry those memories with you. I carry my memories from Waldorf with me every day. Yes, sometimes my friends make fun of me, and yes, I have some weird habits, but I also have friendships that have lasted for 15 years. I have a special connection with the nature around me, and I have a really intentional and passionate attitude towards learning. Now, I will carry memories from CV with me. Thanks to Mr. White, the phrase, "You're only cheating yourself," will resonate through my brain anytime I feel a little lazy. Mr. McKee will remind me to smile at every person I pass, and when I feel like skipping out on plans, I'll remember that, like my friend said, it's a little lame to go to bed at 9 p.m. every night. More than that, I'll remember that these 4 years are coming and going for all of us. We have each taken something different from them. We have all learned different things, and they will shape our lives in different ways. I hope that each of you is able to find something worthwhile from your time here. Even if it's this moment right now, graduating, remember how you got here. Who helped you? What talents did you discover about yourself? What connections did you learn to foster? We cannot forget high school, so why not appreciate it for the ways it expanded our perspectives and taught us who we are? Because in the end, we are all Raiders. In 50 years, you will still be a Raider, because no matter how little you think about high school, it was still 4 defining years of your life. I know that you can find something beautiful in whatever meaning that has for you from your time here at Crescent Valley. For me, I'm grateful for my friends. I'm inspired by my teachers, and I've even learned to be inspired by myself and the work I've put in to get here. I will forever cherish the people I met and the people I know, and I will allow my time here to influence my future. Because I, for one, am proud to have come from CV. I hope that you are too. Thank you.
Excuse me. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you, Penelope. Let's move it. So we're going to have our faculty address. We're going to have Mr. Mike Stair come up and speak to you. As he's walking up here, I have a question for everybody in here. Raise your hand if you've graduated from Crescent Valley High School, please. It's always nice to see people come back. How many of you are parents of a child right now graduating tonight? Raise your hand. They graduated, Steve. Awesome. Your turn, Mike. Mike told me that it was a moment of weakness when someone asked him. So this is not always the best place to be up here. It's off nerve-wracking. Mr. Stair is awesome, so we all know he's going to do a great job. But if you're juniors here, I'm looking for you to ask him again next year.
Well, there is a lot of overlap in what I have written here and what I've heard so far from our speakers. So I'm just going to hope that means we all know what the heck we're talking about. I want to let you know that I practiced this speech several times, I've rewritten it several times, and I figure it'll take 6 or 7 minutes to complete. You're welcome. That was painful, but it had to happen. Class of 2026, you have made it. I want to start by congratulating some of you, as Mr. McKee was acknowledging. I've been at Crescent Valley for almost 25 years, and I have consistently found a way to say no to the opportunity to speak at graduation. Somehow, you and your peers caught me in a weak moment, and I agreed to have my name on the ballot. Like many of you, I am not very confident in public speaking. Despite being a teacher, despite being in education, I think many of the people up here are probably not very confident as public speakers. So I actually want to thank you, class of 2026, for forcing me out of my comfort zone and for electing me as a speaker. And I am truly honored by your choice. I want you to do me a favor. We'll have a couple favors to do this. I want you to take a look at the banners on the wall in front of you, the banners hanging over here on the side, the league title boards on the back wall. Personally, really liking the new addition to girls golf. They show just some of what Crescent Valley has accomplished in athletics. And they're only a small sample of the incredible things that you, our Crescent Valley seniors, have done. Those of you in band, in robotics, in speech and debate, just to name a few, because Mr. McKee did a wonderful job earlier, you continue to show the rest of the state who we are and what Crescent Valley can do. Thank you to all of you who put in the time, the effort, who took on the stress that your extracurricular activities may have caused you to achieve as you have. It has not gone unnoticed, and we are very proud of you. Now, there are days as a teacher when I wonder if maybe I should have done something different with my life. All jobs are challenging, and all jobs can create stress. You are going to face adversity as you navigate towards your career. For some of you, maybe your first career of many to come. My job is not easy. Our job as educators is not easy. I will say that my stressful days here, my bad days in my career of choice, have not been made as a result of students. You, the class of 26, have made most of our days together enjoyable. And you are the reason that we choose to do what we do. You have had your moments. I have a few that I just feel like I need to highlight. Those of you who spilled Dust Brothers on my floor and tried to clean it up with Kleenex. Thank you for that. You at least tried to clean up. Those of you who chewed on pens only to have them explode in your mouth. Those of you who seemed confused when you showed up at 8:15 and the outside doors were locked. Those of you who still believe that procrastination is in fact a study skill, you know who you are. And those of you who really only charged your Chromebook for the day so you could play either Wordle or chess. These things challenge us as educators, but we still love having them. As some of you so fondly remember, you were given the opportunity to do some writing in my classes. Despite the best efforts of AI, many of you were able to demonstrate incredible insight and analysis. You and your classmates consistently have shown me and my peers to be truly incredible people with a widely diverse set of talents, skills, and academic interests. I had the opportunity to watch you grow and mature as students, as people, and I truly thank you for your trust in allowing me to be a part of that journey, allowing us to be a part of that journey, even a small part of that educational journey. So many of you were willing to take chances, to push yourselves academically, to take risks that might benefit you in the future. I hope that you found Crescent Valley to be a safe space to seize those opportunities to grow as a student and as a person. I want to go back to the idea of taking risks. Every person sitting in this audience has a different level of tolerance around risk. Seniors, some of the risks that you take make many of us cringe. I have a couple of examples. Okay. There is a reason why we didn't want you jumping in the creek when you were freshmen. A walk through our parking lot. There is a great risk in that. Promposal, I don't understand that one. There's clearly a risk in that. Choosing to move away from school or to give service, there is a whole lot of risk in that. And the fear of the unknown is a legitimate challenge to navigate. You are not alone. And there is nothing wrong with leaning on your friends, on your family, to navigate your way through these risks, these fears. We are collectively so excited for your opportunities, for your next chapters in life, and we will continue to support you the best that we can. Class of 2026, we are getting close to the end. Before I go, I have a couple of requests for you to consider. First of all, embrace a bit of that risk. I'm shaking, by the way, I'm still kind of nervous. Embrace the fear of the unknown. Maybe take a little bit of time thinking about the risk that you are taking, but don't talk yourself out of opportunities, out of taking chances. Memories are born out of the things you choose to do, not the things that you don't. Take chances when they will be for the good of you and the other people around you that you care about. Life is a journey and you have a long road in front of you. Take chances when opportunities for new experiences present themselves. Push yourselves. I have some small things here. Try new foods. Take an unplanned road trip. Get lost in the beauty of where we live for a day. Embrace some sort of challenge. Make what you do and the places and the people around you the best you possibly can. Take on these little risks, and the bigger ones in the future will not feel so big. My second request and how I want to close this speech is to bring it directly back to you, the class of 2026. And and I know you're getting antsy, so thank you for staying with me. Think back through your years at Crescent Valley. As part of the Corvallis School District, or for those of you that didn't join until you came to Crescent Valley, your earlier years of schooling. As a part of our community as a whole, be it tonight, be it sometime next week, be it sometime before the moment has passed, take a simple risk. Indulge me. Please take a look around at your peers. Your friends, your mortal playground enemy, that kid you knew from 3rd grade but you haven't really talked to them in years. Reach out to a couple of those people and share a fond memory of your time together with them. Bring a smile to their face as well as yours. You are a part of something special here. You are and will always be a Raider. Thank you.
Nice job, Mr. Taylor. We'll see you next year.